hiking was going to be easy. Like, oh, we're just walking. Didn't really think about it's one of the biggest mountains in the world and we're going up.
I think I'll go home and mull this over before I cram it down my throat. At long last it's crashed.
I've been backpacking a lot. I'm an outdoorsy kind of girl. We trekked up flights and flights of stairs that I thought would never end.
Break the mattress off the floor. Pop the cramps off of the other in the cold. Heavy dark skin.
After I got here, I started wondering, like, what am I doing here? Wasn't so sure about like what I had got myself into.
What I didn't know was the billions of steps that we'd be walking up, and it's like 30 degrees. I'm still sweating like a monster.
Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Be strong, believe. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Be strong, believe.
My name's Scotty Brown, and I am the director of Peak Performance. We've just spent the last month in the mountains of Nepal on an outdoor school of leadership and evangelism. We spent about 10 days in the Himalaya mountain range in the Annapurna region, traveling from Nayapul up to Annapurna Base Camp and back, and learning about leadership and actually having an experiential leadership program where the students are able to incorporate what they're learning into opportunities to lead. And also did some evangelism up in the mountains with some of the unreached people groups up there. We need to shatter the myth that in order for us to lead, we've got to have it all together. We've got to have all the traits already. I've got to be confident, I've got to be articulate.
I saw that leadership was just kind of being the strong personality that was out in front and that was like paving the way for everybody else. But I learned a lot that leadership isn't being out in front, but leading not necessarily from the back, but leading through servanthood.
I learned a lot about what it meant to be a servant. I learned a lot about patience and being honest with people.
You didn't just go through different styles of leadership, but you went through things, defined what isn't leadership, and we had the opportunity to, say what we thought leadership was, and then we obviously had all the opportunities to lead, where we led a day of trekking in the Himalaya mountain range and applied leadership through teaching a leadership law and explaining that, and I think that helped to make it a lot more real. Leaders who develop leaders invest their time into others instead of spending time with others, which I think is kind of a key point, like we've been talking about conversations and in our free time to make the volitional decision to specifically take a conversation or take something somewhere where they're investing time into others instead of just spending it.
I believe the foundation of effective evangelism is building relationships and really showing people Christ's love. It makes me want to come back and spend a length of time on the mission field developing those relationships and really investing in those people.
The definitions, our perceptions are just challenged as to defining evangelism and what specifically that is.
As we started working through it and understanding more of a definition of evangelism, is just bringing somebody a little closer to the realization of who God is. And in their life, you start to begin to see how evangelism really is something that you are always doing and constantly doing, because everything you do has the potential to bring someone one step closer to Jesus.
For me personally, it was a system shock, 2x4 across the head, seeing what this illness had done to these people and what everyone else had done to these people was like nothing I'd ever seen before.
As the weight of nothing worth my strength to hold. There's no pain so cutting.
Leprosy is something that you read about in the Bible all over the place. You know, Jesus healing lepers, people with leprosy being shunned, and we all have this idea of what leprosy is. It makes the pages of the Bible come alive. It says this is what it's really like. This is what Jesus and the disciples in the early church were dealing with, and not that it's just them then, but us now, to see people who are socially rejected or physically handicapped, who are emotionally damaged, and to take that to our world and say, hey, we're the lepers for us.